Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This video is my April update of the best cash ISAs for 2026. In this video I'll tell you about the top easy access cash ISA interest rates going into the new tax year in April, and I'm also going to tell you about the top fixed rate accounts as well. I have some new accounts to tell you about that I didn't mention last month as well, so stay tuned for that. A couple of points as well before we get started. So all of the interest rates in this video are correct on the date that the video goes out, and I will link all of the cash ISAs that I mentioned in this video in the description box below, and they are all covered by FSCS protection up to £120,000. Before we get into the video, please take a second to give it a like. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. Thanks for the like, and if you want to stick around and see more videos from me, then be sure to subscribe. You can subscribe somewhere down here to subscribe to the channel now. That way you can see all of my regular savings and ISA updates, as well as investing content and lots more. Cash ISAs of course allow you to save and not pay tax on the interest, and there are some great cash ISA interest rates out there at the moment, so this one is worth a watch. I will talk about the ISAs in interest rate order as usual, so stay tuned till the end of the video to find out about the ones with the highest interest rates then. Starting with my top pick for a high street name. This one is from Virgin Money and the interest rate is 4.15%. The minimum deposit to open this one is £1, and the maximum that you can deposit is £20,000, which is the yearly ISA deposit allowance. You open and manage this one online. You can choose whether you want your interest to be paid monthly or annually. It does allow transfers in, so you can transfer in from existing cash ISAs, and there's no limit on transfers. You can make up to 2 withdrawals per year, so it's not fully easy access, it's more limited access. So this is the Virgin Money Cash ISA. It's my top pick for a high street name. It does have the lowest interest rate of all of the ISAs that I will mention today, but it does have the highest interest rate that I can find for a high street name at the moment. So if that's what you're looking for, then this is probably the best option right now. The next ISA is the Easy Access ISA from Atom Bank, and the interest rate is 4.25%. Minimum deposit with this one is just £1, and you can deposit up to £20,000, which, as I said, is the overall yearly ISA allowance. So this is an easy access ISA, so you can deposit and withdraw as and when you like. You open and manage this one in the app, and interest is paid monthly. A couple of things to be aware of with this one: you can't make transfers in, and it's not a flexible ISA. So I wanted to mention this one to give you another option. Interest rate obviously isn't as high as with some of the other ISAs that I will mention later, but it is a decent choice if you've already taken advantage of the higher interest rates for new customers with some of the accounts that I will mention later in the video. If you have an ISA to transfer though, I've got lots of accounts that have higher interest rates than this coming up later in the video, so if you've got a transfer to do, then have a look at those. The next easy access cash ISA that I'm going to tell you about is from Tembo, and the interest rate is 4.3%. With this one, the minimum deposit is £10, and obviously the maximum deposit is £20,000. You can open and manage it in the Tembo app, and interest is paid monthly. It's also not flexible and you can't make transfers in. So if you do have an ISA to transfer, then I've got a few to tell you about with higher interest rates. I wanted to tell you about the Tembo one because it is another option and it does have a decent interest rate at the moment. The next easy access ISA that I'm going to tell you about is from Trading 212, and the interest rate is 4.51%. This is a new customer bonus interest rate, so you do need to be a new Trading 212 customer to get access to this one. The minimum deposit is just £1, and the maximum that you can deposit is £20,000. You can open and manage this one online or in the Trading 212 app, and interest is paid monthly. Like I mentioned, it is easy access, so you can deposit and withdraw as and when you like, and as I've said before, in my experience, the withdrawals with Trading 212 are pretty quick too. This one is a flexible ISA, so you can withdraw and then redeposit in the same tax year without it affecting your overall ISA allowance. You can also make transfers in. Interest rate on transfers in is 3.8% at the moment. If you do have an ISA to transfer, I have a few accounts that pay higher interest rates on transfers in to tell you about after this. So if that's what you're looking for, then have a look at those. If you decide to open this ISA and you're a new customer, then you will need to use a code. I'll leave a code in the description box that you can use to get the new customer bonus interest rate. And if you want to get a free fractional share worth up to £100, then you can use my code Fran when you sign up and deposit £1 in the invest section of the app. So that's all about the Trading 212 one. I do think it is a solid choice. If you're a new customer, then it's definitely worth taking advantage of. I have 3 more accounts to tell you about. The next account is my top pick for a fixed rate ISA right now. This is from Investec and the interest rate is 4.52%. This has one of the highest interest rates around for a fix right now and is my top pick because it's a 1-year fix and is in the middle of the video today because it does have a high interest rate at the moment. So compared with easy access ISA interest rates right now, it is definitely up there. The advantage of this one is that you do know the interest rate that you will be getting for the whole year. So if you like the certainty of that, then this could be a good choice for you. So like I mentioned, this is a 1-year fix and the minimum deposit is £1,000. You open and manage this one online and interest is paid at the end of the year when the ISA matures. You can make withdrawals if you need to, so that could be reassuring if you absolutely needed to withdraw from the ISA, but you would pay a penalty of 90 days of interest. And this one doesn't allow transfers in. If you're looking for a fix with a high interest rate that does allow transfers, then I will link one in the description box as well. I have 2 more accounts to tell you about with the highest interest rates around that I can find for easy access ISAs at the moment. This next one is from eToro, and it does have one of the highest interest rates around for a cash ISA right now. I'll put the exact interest rate on the screen now. This is a 12-month boosted rate, which is variable. Something that stands out about this cash ISA is that you can make transfers in and you do get the same boosted interest rate on the balance that you're transferring in. There is a £15,000 minimum transfer for the bonus interest rate. I think this is something that makes this cash ISA stand out from others because you know you can get the same interest rate on your balance transfer too. The minimum deposit to open this one is £500 and you can contribute up to £20,000 per tax year in line with the overall ISA allowance. And you receive the boosted interest rate on the whole balance. You can open and manage this one online or in the eToro app. It's easy access, so you can make up to 3 withdrawals per year and keep the boosted interest rate. If you make 4 or more withdrawals in a year, then your interest rate will be lower. I'll put the lower interest rate on the screen. And you would also get the lower interest rate if your balance falls below £500. This ISA is also flexible, so you can withdraw and then redeposit in the same tax year without it affecting your overall ISA allowance. And your money is FSCS protected up to £85,000, and your money is held securely in segregated accounts with the Wealth Manager Money Farm. So overall, what I like about this ISA is it does have one of the highest interest rates available for a cash ISA right now, and you can get the same boosted interest rate on the balance that you're transferring in. I have one more account to tell you about in this video. This account does have the highest interest rate for a cash ISA right now. The cash ISA is from XTB and the interest rate is 6% if you open it before the 30th of April. The 6% variable interest rate includes a 2% interest rate boost, and this is available for 3 months after you open the ISA. After that, the rate moves to a 4% variable interest rate. So if you decide to open this one before the 30th of April, then it does mean that you can secure a 6% interest rate on your cash ISA savings for 3 months. It is variable though, so the interest rate could go up or down, but you do know that you do have that 2% interest rate boost for 3 months. There's no minimum deposit, so you can start saving with as little as you like. You can contribute up to £20,000 per tax year in line with the overall annual ISA allowance. You'll receive the boosted interest rate on your whole balance up to £40,000. You open and manage this one in the XTB app. Interest is calculated daily and paid monthly. It's an easy access ISA, so you can deposit and withdraw as and when you like. And withdrawals are completely unlimited, so you can withdraw as much as you like. It's also a flexible ISA, so you can withdraw and then redeposit in the same tax year without it affecting your overall ISA allowance. Transfers from existing ISAs will be possible soon. XTB are FCA regulated. Your money is held by Tier 1 banks and has FSCS protection up to £120,000. So this one does have the highest interest rate around for a cash ISA at the moment, so it's definitely worth checking out if you want to secure the highest interest rate on your savings. I'll leave the link to this cash ISA and all of the accounts that I've mentioned in this video in the description box below if you want to open any of them. That's it for today's video. That was my April update of the best cash ISAs for 2026. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did make it this far, please don't forget to give the video a like. Also leave a comment and let me know which of these ISAs sounds interesting to you. Thanks for watching and see you next time.